Welcome to the Imagine Not Being Leeds.
Imagine not being Leeds, not feeling this pain, not dancing through thunder, not walking through rain. Imagine not rising with fists in the air when the world turned its back and no one would care. We've lived in the ashes, we've drowned in defeat, but still we stand proud on our battered old feet. Imagine not loving with all that you are. Imagine not being Leeds.
We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
We do love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Now that everyone, welcome back to Imagine Not Being Leeds for your Leeds versus Manchester City natter chat preview. But it's going to be a natter and a chat with you guys in the chat, as you always know. I can already see Dave every stream, Dave, every stream. When you're telling me Rangers are playing or you're telling me there's something else that you massively love, then that's fair enough. And I know you're fond of Priestley, but watching Priestley play pool online, mate, he's not good enough for that, mate. So no, I'm not having that one. That one's a poor excuse, mate. Poor excuse. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Please smash me a like on the video, on the stream, and please subscribe if you are in fact new here. Let's see who's dropped a comment in already. How are we doing, Bremner Ghost? Evening all, I'd be happy with a point v City. That said, we've beaten them before when they were having better seasons than they are this. It's not a bad season though, mate. But yeah, I get what you mean. We have beaten them in the past when they were champions. They're not even defending champions this time. Will they be champions this year? I'm starting to think potentially. But Leeds is a big banana skin for City this weekend. I think Arsenal will be looking at a fixture too with keen eyes, thinking that, I know obviously Arsenal came to Leeds and battered us in both games, but I sort of think Arsenal will be looking at this fixture thinking if Leeds can give a decent performance at home under the lights ish. This is a banana skin for City. 100% it is for me. It's a very tough place to go as Elland Road for any away side. As we know, have only been beat at home 3 times this season. Tottenham, who are poor now, but Tottenham, Villa, and Arsenal. Arsenal and Villa are up there, aren't they? Obviously in top 3. And then obviously Tottenham at the time were up there, and they've slipped now, but they weren't that poor when we last played them. So yeah, we've only really been beaten by decent-ish sides. Top Banana, evening all Leeds out week MOT. Cheers, Top Banana. Hope you're good, my mate. Tickle those likes for our Matty. Thanks a lot, buddy. Don't believe in free hits, mate. You know me. I don't like no free hit talk either. But there is 2 teams in this division, Top Banana, who, if you get beat, like against Arsenal, you get slapped up by 4. It is very easy, Top Banana, no matter how angry you are, no matter how gutted, deflated you are, it's very easy to brush that one under the carpet and move on really quickly in my book. You get beat by Sunderland on Tuesday night, then that hurts. That stings a lot more. That takes a fair few days to get over. I think your Cities and don't get me wrong, I don't include your Scum, your Villa, there's, Chelsea. There's a lot of teams. Obviously, we're up there too, and I don't allow for that. But I think City and Arsenal are the 2 standouts where I don't call things free hits as such. But these are the 2 games where if we get beat and get beaten well, it's easier to move on quicker from these sort of games, in my opinion, against the top 2 sides in England and 2 of the best sides in Europe. I'm super excited about this one. Cheers, Johnny the Frog. Thank you so much. It's only me having a bit of a natter tonight. Tomorrow will be the exciting one. Late Night Leeds returns at 10 p.m. with AG and Bossnas, so make sure you are back for that. Dave Smith says table 22. Anyone who knows, absolutely great. Get watching my vlog from yesterday, my behind the scenes of the Leeds members versus Leeds Legends quiz. If you haven't seen it already, it is on there for you to watch after I come offline tonight. Yeah, absolutely loved last night with class, Dave. Evening, Matty Garth of Whiteside, Jamie. Hope you're good, my mate. Hope you're good. And the dance is on too. Don't care, mate. Yeah, top of it. What? Look at these. These are what I won. Look, never going to fit in that light. I can't tell who the signatures are. I can't tell if it's a Legends who were there last night or if that's the squad from this season. I'm not too sure. But yeah, obviously won that for coming first place in round 6 and won this as well. This is pretty cool. It's Johnny Howson signed picture. Just see it signed in there. But yeah, great night. And then obviously won a speaker too, a disco speaker. Priestley won a soundbar and Mike won a TV. It was a great night last night. If that members quiz comes out again, which while I was talking to Ben Parker while we were both having a slash, which was a bit odd. Yeah, we had a bit of a heart-to-heart at the urinal, me and Ben Parker. They're wanting to do more for members. Leeds value the membership scheme. They understand there's a lot of frustration with people paying for memberships and not even being guaranteed a ticket, obviously, but not guaranteed, struggling to get a ticket. Remember when I signed up to be a member, I sort of got told, you probably get one in every 3 you applied for. Luckily for me, I'm sort of managing that. I get to most, as you know. But speaking to a lot of fans in general, some people have been trying tickets all season, not got to one. I do believe you will get one if you keep refreshing, but it's so tough. And they understand that, the Leeds, and they want to give more back to the memberships. You get a nice little package through, don't you, halfway through the season, which is nice. But I think when people are shelling out 70, 80 quid for a membership and not getting a ticket, they need a little bit more. So it was about £30 last night, which was value for money, 100%. I'd have paid more than that for last night. But to hear that the club value the members that much, I want to put more evenings on, more nights on, like that. And yeah, I'd if I were you guys and it comes up again, keep your ears close to the ground, and I'd highly recommend doing it again. We'll be going as defending champions, absolutely class. We are getting 3 points on Saturday, mate. Mark, that is great talk. I'm not too sure I'm as confident as you, but I think we can get something from the game. And they've only lost 1 in 15 of City, 1 in 15, and that one against, in the Manchester derby against Scum. And they're obviously trending in the right direction. It's a tough game, emotional game in it, any sort of derby. So that can go either way. But that's the only loss in 15 games. So it's going to be tough to beat them. If they come and play, for me, Mark, if they come and play an 8 out of 10, they beat us. We've got to really, play to our top sort of level and empty tank really out on pitch, which I'm sure we will. And hope we get a little bit of luck along the way to get anything from the game. But that doesn't mean to say it can't happen. I actually believe we don't lose the game, Mark. And I really am playing into the whole, it's dark, get those floodlights on. And I've had people tell me the run doesn't include our fight. I couldn't give a shit. The run includes when it's dark and those lights come on, Leeds play a little bit better. Results go our way. But we also saw away at City when sort of the turnaround started. We matched them for 45 minutes. We're really unlucky not to get something. So that will give confidence. I know Farker poured a bit of cold water on that being the turning point of the season. He's sort of going to do that. Made out we had really good results beforehand, which we did. But for me, we were on the slide before that City game. And the changes he made, he definitely really only started playing, 3 at the back from City onwards. We dabbled in it, tweaked in game at times, not started with a back 3. In the Premier League, I don't believe before City. In game, we switched it to that at times. But since that's been the catalyst, and he played it more to the confidence of how the side played in that second half against City, as opposed to the actual structural change of the formation and the base formation, which I think, I'm not too sure that's the case. I think the 3 at the back with Biel coming in has been the catalyst to us improving. But yeah, 100%, I believe that having a second half performance like we did against City is also going to spike, the motivation to know they can compete and motivate them to go into next game and next game and next game, knowing they've done that against the City side, and every game after that's going to feel a little bit easier. So I do think, I believe some of that, but I do also believe that, he would almost get sacked. He made some drastic changes and it worked. And since then, we've been brilliant. 2 losses in 14, is it, for us? Great, run in terms of losses, not far behind City's current run of 1 in 15. A lot of draws for us, but this is another game I look at and think we could grind a draw out here. And my sort of wildest take on the game, Mark, is going to be, I think we score 2. I genuinely can see Leeds scoring 2, regardless of side. I've said this last few weeks now. I'm not going to get bogged down about side. I'm hoping I don't see the same lineup that we had against Arsenal. I'd love Metcha to start up top. He ain't going to do that. He's going to pack that midfield out, probably sit in and hope for the best. I don't know. Maybe Gruev in there again with Ampadu. Stack'll start, obviously. I'm not too sure. Maybe Aronson floating around again up top just off a DCL. We'll have to see, but I fancy us for a couple of goals in this. I really do. So City, you're going to have to score 2 in my eyes to get out from the game, which is fairly easy for City to do, in it, especially against the defence that does concede. I pray that me too, Mark. I'm very much of, for me, people say it's not a free hit, but for me, it's a game you can try something in. Don't do not too drastic. Let's not play Sam Byram up front, you know what I mean? But why not play Metchin up top? Why not have a go? this isn't going to be the game he's going to do it, Mark. That's for sure. He ain't going to do that. He ain't going to bang, two big men up top and go direct and go long and cause them problems. He's gonna sit in and have an extra body in midfield for me, even if that's Aronson, who's a bit more of a runner, will get back, but we'll have to see. And how you doing, mate? Evening, Matty lad. Great quiz for the IMBL lads last night. MOT, Andy. Just touched on it. Fantastic night, mate. Absolutely class. Priestley knows his onions from his onions, let's put it that way. But I tell you what, I did all right myself. Did all right. That track and field when I was a kid really helped with fastest finger. Hey up, Kershaw, my mate. How you doing, bro? Sounds daft, but City is an easier game than Arsenal because of their set piece. To be fair, Kershaw, you need your own channel, you speak sense. Yeah, I actually agree with that. Something I've not really thought of. I compare them very similar. Sort of look at it and think, in terms of general play, goals from open play, I think City are stronger, to be fair. Similar in build-up. But the fact that Arsenal are heavily reliant on set pieces, don't get me wrong, if they don't score set pieces, for 10 games, they're still going to win most of those 10 games, aren't they? But they're a bigger threat at Arsenal from set pieces, but I don't think City do pose a threat. They do, but not as much as Arsenal. So you're potentially right with that one. I do think if you can keep, I know it's easy to say, but keep Haaland quiet in that box. I know they've got a lot more people to worry about. I remember that second half at City. We kept Haaland quiet really well. Thought Bale in the second half did really well to sort of nullify him. And then you allow too much space in and around your box. You've got Cherky, you've got Foden, who obviously scored that third goal against us at the Etihad. So you can't heavily rely on, sort of marking 2 or 3, people on Haaland to sort of nullify him. You've got to be wary of what's in front of you as well. And in and around that box, they've got some top balls of City. So even if Haaland's off it, maybe someone else pops up with a match-winning play, a couple of goals. So it's going to be a tough game no matter what. But I do think if you can keep Haaland quiet, 22 goals this season, 7 assists, 29 G&A, incredible. We're buzzing. We've got Calvert-Lewin hitting 10 goals. Imagine what we'd be like if we've got someone hitting 30 nearly. So he's going to smash that, and he's probably going to get close to 40 G&A this season. And it's just a normal season for Haaland, that. But hopefully he doesn't continue his run against one of the clubs that he holds dear to his heart. Sure, they said it's the current squad. Salam, bro, from Pakistan. Hey up, my mate. How you doing? I hope you're good. Hope everything's well your end, mate. Hi, Matty. Hey up, Angela. I'm feeling positive over Saturday and Tuesday night. Bring it on. Well done on your win, Matty. Super proud of you. We need an emoji for you now, like the onion. Yeah, I don't know what you could have, really. Something that's round, I guess. Thanks, Angela. It was a great night. So proud of us all. Great group, man. Class. Thank you so much. And yeah, I mean, I genuinely think we'll score 2. And I'm going to say now, I think we're going beaten in these 2. I think we get 4 points from these 2 games. Obviously, beating Sunderland, I think most people are going to predict. I think we beat them at full strength. The annoying thing for me is, it's not annoying because we need points. Sunderland are at full strength. They've got loads of injuries, and we'll speak about that, obviously, once we get City out, where they had loads of players missing in AFCON last time, and, you can't beat us for a weekend. If it's a weekend side, it was their fault. They went out and, bought 45 players who play in Africa. That were down to them. This time it's injuries, and they're bemoaning a few injuries. We've all had injuries. We had to play Scum. No matter what, our biggest game at season, as a Leeds fan, we had to play Scum at home with no Bogle, no Rodon, no Ampadu. That's massive. That's massive. We all have injuries. That's what you spend 155 million quid for and bringing 14 players to Sunderland. But they're gonna be moan their injuries. Gonna be moan they haven't got a fully fit side. So what? Tough shit. Get on with it. Hopefully, Okafor's the only one still missing come Tuesday. Because that, seen press conference today, that's pretty good for Leeds, really. Leeds standpoint, only the one player missing for Leeds. We'll take that. Okafor's a big miss. He's been a lot better of recent performances before his injury. But if it's just Okafor missing on Tuesday too, and we get through this one, then happy days. And we've got a decent squad there to go into that way. But yeah, I can see us going undefeated in these 2. But yeah, we've just got to do Saturday first. Dilip, mate, I got a colleague at work who is an Arsenal fan. He said if we win Saturday, he will wear the Leeds shirt for the week. Oh, Dilip. Oh, I want Leeds to win even more for you, mate. I want him to win even more for you. But yeah, I bet he will. I bet he'd do a lot more than just wear a Leeds shirt. I bet there's a lot more worse things he'd do to get Leeds beaten. See, I mean, at that point for them, even a Leeds draw's mint for Arsenal, innit? If Leeds can take 2 points off City, that's great. There aren't many people at all We'll take points off City or Arsenal, so yeah, they'll be buzzing. Jamie Howland, not as daft as you look, are you, pal? First, second, and third cleaned up, pal. Classmate. Cheers, Jamie. Hey, I'm not as green as I am cabbage looking, my mum used to say. But yeah, it's Leeds. I'm obsessed with Leeds. What do you all expect? What do you all expect? I love this club. Yeah, it's great confidence by Mark. 3-2 Leeds, says Rick. Love it, Rick. Absolutely love it. At least West Ham play before us. If they lose, yeah, no, I agree, Kershaw. It's the fact that they're playing before us is, as a fan as well. You know, if we'll be cheering the fact that they hopefully don't win that game, and then you go into our game then, and for me, the pressure is off as a fan as well. You can sit there and you can sort of enjoy it. They win that City game then, where we all obviously hope we win, and some of us potentially think we can and get a point or whatever. But likelihood is we probably don't. If you had to hazard a guess and ask majority of fan base or football fans in general, they'll probably say we're not gonna. If West Ham win and it goes down to, which I don't think they do, playing away at Anfield, I don't think they beat Liverpool. But if they do, then all of a sudden it's squeaky bum time, innit? And it really is. And if we lose that, then you go into Sunderland and the whole sort of look of it changes. I just don't think that happens. I don't think West Ham win. I mean, I think we probably go 7 points clear. We'll probably pull the point away from them, which would be class. It's Matty say we can win this game. Then who am I to argue? We can win this game, Johnny the Frog. We can. But I'm gonna tip a draw. I'm gonna go 2-2 draw. I'm gonna go 2-2 draw. If we lose with pride. I think we'll draw the game. Yeah, me too, Dilip. And I think we will. I think you'll see. I don't think you'll see us roll over like we have against Arsenal and that. I really don't. I think we'll put up a good fight against these. And they'll come and they'll respect us. We'll sit in and they'll do the best. But I genuinely feel like we'll get a couple of goals. I mean, if we don't score past these, we're going to get beat, 2 or 3 out of it. But I firmly believe we'll get given a couple of chances. Know they've got a decent defence, great midfield, goal scorers left, right, and centre. But I do feel we can get 2 goals in this. Donnarumma in goal. City's a tough game, but I see us winning. The confidence in the fan base, Andy, it's mad. It's absolutely mad. So many people telling me we'll win. I had yesterday. I had a little chat with a couple of Leeds players yesterday. Simon Grayson thinks 1-1. What do you think? 1-1, Simon Grayson. Not a bad shout, to be fair. I spoke to Don Matteo. He reckons a draw as well. There weren't anyone. To be fair, there wasn't anybody predict a loss. Ben Parker predicted a 3-1 win to Leeds. 3-1 win. A Desmond 2-2 maybe on the cards. That's why I'm thinking Johnny the Frog. Don't think it's because the back three. I think it's more the 2 up front that made the difference in the City game. Yeah, in the City game, I think so. But then we move forward with 3 at the back, and we haven't really seen 2 strikers up top since, really, bar Chelsea. We had about a game and a half of them 2 up top together. Then it's been like a 3-5-1-1 on it, if you want to call it a 2 up top. But it's usually been Okafor just off him or Brendan. But yeah, I think the 3 at the back sort of happened since City. But the City change, I think we're really having Metcalfe and Calvert-Lewin up front together. Good to see you again, Matty, as always. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, we're class, man. Thank you. Attack, says Johnny the Frog. I think Leeds go in attacking mindset. I think it's the only way to go. I really do. I think we saw us against Arsenal sit back and, we got our asses handed to us. So, for me, I think we do need to have a go. I just aren't sure Farke will do it. It's not in Farke's nature. And if, we can see, we saw what happened away at Newcastle when we lost 4-3 to her. They've got quality in that side. Basketball sort of vibes, run it back and forth, and we conceded 4 goals. And that could happen if it's a sort of game that's open and, ebbs and flows. I just don't think it'll be that sort of game. I hope you're right, though. I'd love to see us go for it. Get into them, just don't aim to sit back and soak up pressure. We are no good at that. Yeah, Jamie, we're not. But it's what we do, innit? It's what we do. It's what we do. Let's hope you're right, mate. I'll just Man City need the 3 points more than us because they're cheer. Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? Because I probably agree with that. It sounds wild, that. As I'm reading it, I'm thinking, nah, and then by the end of it, I'm like, yeah. Because, yeah, I suppose I do. I mean, if they lose to Leeds, all of a sudden it feels like title's done again, even though it isn't mathematically, and they've closed that gap from where they were a month or 2 ago. If we lose and West Ham don't win at Liverpool, it's sort of as you were again, isn't it? And we're probably all right. But yeah, I agree. When you're at the top, it's always difficult to drop points. We saw it when we were chasing, promotion. You drop points, and the sides around you are going to pick them up because of good sides. At the bottom, you can sometimes afford to go on a bit of a losing run if you've got a buffer of 6 points. Because chances are West Ham aren't going to back up, week after week with points after points. Do us a favour, everyone. Please smash a like. 36 likes, 100 people watching. Thanks for your support. Really appreciate it. Haaland, he doesn't like scoring against the top banana. He doesn't. Yeah, Mark, we won't mind that goal for us, would we? It'll be all right. We do like Haaland, don't we? I'm only one thinking. I hope he comes to Leeds before he retires. Even if he's 45, I'm not bothered just getting him in a Leeds shirt. Marching on together. Come on, boys. Hey up, Callum. Hope you good, my mate. Yeah, tickle them likes. Really appreciate it. Thinking of getting a Leeds tattoo. What you think, pal? Well, if I were to get a Leeds tattoo, it would be that man over my shoulder, Mr. Bielsa. Yeah. Bloke called Mark from Blackpool messaged me. Mark Birdsall, I think his name is. Getting a Leeds tattoo on Saturday. Sorry, an Imagine Not Being Leeds tattoo on Saturday. They ain't going back to me to tell me what it is, but it's actually an Imagine Not Being Leeds tattoo. How mad's that? Imagine if it's just my face, like, ooh. I don't think it'll be that. I think it might just say Imagine Not Being Leeds. It's a nice slogan. But it's not to do with this channel. But yeah, he messaged me about a couple of times or commented on one of my videos about 3 or 4 times the other day saying, yeah, I'm thinking of getting a tattoo. I'm getting a tattoo. Matty, I'm booked in for a tattoo. Imagine Not Being Leeds tattoo. How wild's that? It's mint. Member for life, mate, if you message me on socials. Member for life, free of charge. I think City will be easier for us to play against than Arsenal. A draw would be good. It's mad, Steve, because I already had that comment today in terms of being easy in Arsenal, and I sort of, surely not City class. I actually think, City are a better footballing team than Arsenal, but when you actually think of the threat Arsenal bring from set pieces, and let's not kid ourselves, City bring a threat too. Gehi coming in for... They're decent as well from set pieces, but Arsenal are probably the best in world football when it comes to set pieces, and they absolutely rinsed us at Elland Road with those set pieces. Those deliveries were awful. We saw what happened with Carl Darlow; they were horrendous. So yeah, I maybe agree with that. Matty's Leeds born and bred. I am, my mate. I am, and I like my bread. I like my carbs as well. So like doing evening, Matty. I think we got half a chance on Sat versus Man City. Will be different game than Arsenal. Come on, Leeds. Yeah, everyone's saying that, Everyone's saying that. And I sort of been comparing them, thinking it's going to be a similar sort of game, decent side, all that quality. If we don't honours game, we could get blown away 3-4-5. That could happen if we're off it. Like, we could get slapped up. Goal differences in these sort of games, you go into them thinking, can we just keep score down? Can we be competitive? Can we get something? But ultimately, I think we will keep score down. I think it'll be a tight game. I think we're in with a chance. Hey up, lad, hope you're well. I'm good, John. I hope you're good, my mate. Richard, how you doing? Just want to say, why have Man City got there? I haven't got their fine yet. We will stay up automatically if they have been done right now. I don't know what's going on with them charges, mate. No idea. They've had so many chuffing charges and just get away with blue murder them, don't they? It's mad. Get away with blue murder. Blue murder. Leeds is a special team and Leeds is a place is special. I am from Haitian. Hey up, so love that, mate. Love that. Very special place, mate. Very special place. I absolutely love being down Elland Road. Just yesterday going to a quiz and that, you look at it, you're just walking up to the stadium and it's starting to get dark. You look at stadium, all lights on. Honestly, it does something to me. It does something to me. It does. You can see it here. Rags against riches. Seamus, how you doing? Evening, Matty. Evening to you too, my friend. John Pepper, how you doing, your ledge? If we lose, then we lose on our battered old... on a battered old feet. Yeah. Love that, Johnny the Frog. I absolutely love that. A bloke called Gilly, a lad called Gilly met me yesterday. Come up and said hi and said he watched his channel. I was watching this now, but yeah, class came up, said he loves channel, had a chat with me. And then as they were leaving, he'd had a few beers, I think. We all had, to be fair. When he was walking off, he just started singing Imagine Not Being Leeds. Like, class. Walking off to the lift. Yeah, class. Donnarumma will get messed up with Bogle, Bambi dancing 18-yard box. Yeah, I hope so. Really intrigued. I haven't done a lineup builder. Sometimes I do it and I bring it onto the screen. But lineup-wise, what we're thinking, because I'm a massive, massive fan of James Justin. As you all know, I actually use the word undroppable for him at the minute. I do not understand how you drop him, but you cannot take Beal out of this side for me. Beal has to start central of that back three. He has to be there for Haaland. Rodon to right, surely Pascal to left, with Goodmanson and Bogle. So is this the game where Justin finally comes out of the side to make way for what was the starting back five, really, before Justin had his chance through injuries and stuff. It may well be. Or do we see what he's done in other games and play Bogle a bit higher up to give you a bit more defensive solidarity, having the defender further up in an attacking position and still have Justin maybe at right wing back? Be really interesting to see. He may go that route because, let's be fair, it looks defensively because we know Bogle's a defender, but Bogle's he's a very attacking defensive player, isn't he? And he doesn't look out of play. He's playing up bloody top this season, does he? In the games we've seen him, away at Chelsea, he made both goals as well. So it's one of them. Maybe that's the way they go. Are we going to look at the lineup and see such a defensive side? All defenders bar Calvert-Lewin, pretty much. Maybe that's the way we go. Because I'm really intrigued of when does James Justin lose his position? Does he lose his position? Because he's been outstanding. But a fully fit side is a massive headache for Farke. I don't see how you get him in a back five. I really don't. So do they have to be, look at other ways of pushing someone like a Bogle higher up to keep him in? I know everyone, needs rotating. You need to keep everyone fresh. I get that. But some players, when they're in the pomp and they're in the form, I don't think you can take them out. And I think James Justin's that player at the minute. He hasn't had a bad game since he's come in, really, at Leeds. He's a threat, massive threat going up. His blocks in and around his box is outstanding. He don't give an inch. But I think Biol has to start this game. Has to. It's about finding balance, says Jamie. If we have pending, City will find a way. Yeah, that's it. They will. You can sit back as much as you want and keep it tight and have good shape and be disciplined in your shape and in your instruction. But City will find a way. And this is why we've dropped a lot of points late on in games. For me, yeah, we can argue that Farke's not brought players on. He's waited too long for subs, blah, blah, whatever. It's still a 96, 97-minute game against sides that have more quality than us. And when they've got more of the ball, which, they tend to have, especially, against your Villas, against your Cities, against your Arsenals, they will find a way, Jamie, you're right. They'll probe and, go along and they'll go out for a goal kick. They'll get a corner, they'll hit post. And as a fan, you can see it coming, can't you? You see it against Villa. Most unluckiest goal for us, the luckiest goal he'll ever score, but the only place it could have gone, scraping Calvert-Lewin's head, that. So unlucky that it hit his knee and goes in. But you could feel it coming. That happens for Leeds United this season. It's just what happens. And I do think they'll find a way of scoring a goal or two in this game, City. So we're going to have to score goals. So this is why I quite like the idea of going a bit more direct, of going a little bit more attacking, because it's all right sitting back. We are going to concede in this game for me. Sunderland, a few, feels a lifetime ago now with their form. Maybe 5, 6, 7 games ago, they got a 0-0 draw at home, but they were still unbeaten at home and had this sort of air of, unbeatableness at the stadium I like, which has definitely gone now 3 losses in a row. And I believe they'll go to 5 losses in a row because they'll lose to Bournemouth and I think they'll lose to Leeds on Tuesday. And I think we'll beat them quite well. Tell you what, that Sunderland game, I'm probably going to be predicting a 3 or 4-0 to good old Leeds United. But I do think, they are going to score a City. I just can't see us, keeping them to a 0. I cannot. So for me, we've got to go score 1 or 2 goals to have any chance in this game. So let's have a pop at them. Yeah, they don't like it up them. I love that. They don't like it up them, Johnny, right? We are better on the front foot. We are tempo on the front foot, playing our game. For me, that's the way our players look best. Ball at feet and have a go. Not this tippy-tappy stuff, going long, losing it, and then just literally just wave after wave, it not sticking up top. You need people in and around DCL. Say it every week. Go long, be direct, yes. Sometimes play out front back. Mix it up like we do. Various play, but you need someone up top, in and around DCL. Get your bodies forward. Get Ampadu getting a little bit higher up. Get Stack breaking from midfield and getting in and around the box. And let us midfielders have shots. Get Bogle, get Goodmanson down those wings. Get balls into the box for Calvert-Lewin because he needs support, he needs service. Let's have a go. Marks is aggressive and a bit shithousery Saturday. Target certain players. Yeah, shithousery it can win you points. It can win you points against shithousery. Especially, let's be fair, there'll be a lot of it, Mark, if we go a goal up. There'll be a lot of it if we go a goal. But it's not something Leeds do a lot of, don't get me wrong. But, if you go a goal up or it's tight against City, there'll be a lot of people having cramp, I'd assume. A lot of ball drying. Ampadu drying his balls. There'll be a lot of that on Saturday. It feels written in the stars that we finish above Sunderland, stay up and reach the quarterfinals of the FA Cup at last. Kershaw, yes. Yes, I can feel it in my bones. Almost said something else then. I can feel it in my bones. I think we finish above Sunderland. I think we reach at least the quarterfinal. And it's just down to draw whether we go further in it. I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. Chris Baldwin, Leeds ain't beating City. You must be on drugs, fella. Never took a drug in my life, pal. High on life, Chris. High on life. Massively high on life. But I think we draw against City. We need to get into City on Saturday. They won't like it. Yeah, exactly, mate. I'm loving Matty's confidence for Saturday. Yes, Johnny, got to have a bit, haven't you? I'm only confident based on what I've seen recently. And I see a side that scraps for everything, Scraps for everything. Never say die attitude. We're going to have games where we don't, where we don't win. We're going to have games where we concede late and we come away from it feeling a bit deflated. That's what happens with Premier League, the best league in the world. We haven't got the best side in the world. We're a newly promoted side. Try to make us way through to becoming an established side, which then hopefully can push the top echelon of the Premier League. But right now, we've got to fight tooth and nail. We've got to run harder. We've got to tackle harder. We've got to do all these things. And guess what? Most weeks we do. We do. All the hard work stats you can sort of measure. We're right up there. The quality sometimes can let us down. It can. But in terms of effort, especially at Elland Road, it's always there. And that gives you a chance. Effort beats. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So we'll see how we go on Saturday. City have only scored 2 goals in second half in the last 9 games. Is that true, David? Right, okay. Farker playing for a draw from the first minute. Let's face it, says Mark, if City turn up, they'll beat us. But if we have a right good go and still get beat, can't complain. Sunderland for me is bigger Saturday. Yeah, Mark, I'm same as that, mate. Say a bonus night, it's like a free hit. And like I said, I don't use that term lightly. There's only 2 teams, Arsenal and City, I use that term for. And yeah, 3 points is massive this week out of these 2. 3 is a minimum. 3 is what we need, minimum. If we lose this, we've got to go get 3 points against Sunderland. Again, it's all dependent on West Ham. I can say must win. I can say we need this, we need that. Ultimately, if we lose them both and West Ham lose both, and it's, it doesn't matter as well. They've got to better our results. They've got to better our performances and results, haven't they? So we can go on a run of 5 losses if West Ham lose next 5. It doesn't really matter. It's a bit of a weird one at the minute, but I do think West Ham are in decent form. They could go to Liverpool and win. I don't think they do. I think they lose at Anfield, but after that, they may bounce back again and win the next one. So yeah, Sunderland on Tuesday is a massive game. Got a lot of players out. It's a great time to play Sunderland. We will win. We will beat Sunderland. This is a bit of a bonus game. If we can get a point here and get 4 points from this week, backing up a Villa away draw, a Chelsea away draw, a Birmingham penalty, dramatic result will get us through another round at FA Cup. Honestly, we're in a really good spot. We're in a really, really good spot. Man City and Arsenal will both lose this weekend, trust me. BL will score the winner. Yeah, BL's got to be in there, mate. How you doing, Lee? Hope you're good. Man City had you a loss. Yeah, I suppose they are. Now then, big man, just doing the rounds, making sure you're not causing no bother. Never causing no bother me, mate. I'm here, there and everywhere like you, though. I'm good, mate. I hope you're well too, my pal. Hope you're well too. Hope life's treating you good, fella. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Really appreciate it. Be all got to start. Of course, it is Yorkshire Carnival. He's got to. And I don't think I just can't see Farker taking him out. Obviously took him out for the last game, but I just think when you're up against Haaland, you need your most physical presence, and he is a dominant force. Is Biol. He is just a you shall not pass. He could play Ivan Drago in Rocky 4. Let's be fair. That's how I look at Biol. Ivan Drago in Rocky 4. He's just a unit, innit? He's just a bit of a freak in there. So yeah, I think he's got to start out there with him and try and combat what Haaland does really well. Haaland's quick. Biol's not the quickest. He's going to have to be smart. He's going to have to stand off a little bit and know when to stay and when to go. But I do think, physical-wise, he can match him more than what a Strauch, a James or a Rodon can do. Rodon's got that recovery pace that helps playing alongside of Biol, because Biol needs that get-out-of-jail cards at times, or he did early days. But he's a smart footballer, as Biol, and he's been a great addition to our side. He is, Johnny. I absolutely love James Justin. Absolutely love him. Again, arguably one of the best signings we've made this season. We haven't made many bad ones. It's funny, isn't it, how the narrative changes with results. And it does. And it should. Look at me with Daniel Farker. Wanted him out after Forest. We lost 3-1. Get him gone. Don't want to see him at club anymore. Lost faith. We're going down. Get somebody else in before it turns pear-shaped. And now I'm on here saying, what a great season we've had, what a great season we're having. James Justin's been great. The actual recruitment in the summer from Underwood, from the 49ers, from Farker, got pelters for missing out on Pajau, for missing out on Munez. And now no one's talking about how poor recruitment was, because guess what? It wasn't poor. It wasn't poor. You just needed a bigger sample size to see it. James Justin, fantastic signing. Unreal signing. Goodmanson, unreal signing. Biol, unreal signing. Stack, unreal signing. Don't get me not Calvert-Lewin, unreal signing. Metcher, unreal signing. You've got a few in there. Longstaff has shown mass qualities. Great squad player. Maybe we'll get more minutes going forward. Who knows? But great squad player. Can't argue with him. I don't think for money. Hasn't been superb. Had spells where he's been his best player for 2 or 3 games earlier on the season. You've got a few in there, haven't you? Bornau, Sean, in odd game coming in, big games against Man United, against Liverpool, done okay, but also haven't set the world alight, but £5 million. Perry's probably been the worst. Okafor, shown flashes. It's actually been class recruitment. And James Justin now has sort of gone from being a squad player, probably not going to play much. What you spent 9 and 10 million quid on a player that's not going to play much. That could have gone to a forward player. Just built his way up that ladder now to be one of our best signings, pound for pound. Best signings, and the fact he can play in a multitude of positions, it's like a Swiss Army knife. It's unbelievable. Great player, James Justin, and great backup. A great player for Bogle to learn off. He's more experienced as James Justin. Someone to push Bogle to be better if he can get much better. But bringing in someone like James Justin may be the nudge that Bogle needed to get that extra 5 or 10% in his game to get an England call up. I called it before we kicked the ball this season. Jayden Bogle get an England call up. And I think bringing James Justin in will have pushed him that extra percentile to maybe get that call up. I think Rodon might come out for David, I always see Rodon as a definite start every game. But then again, I didn't think Biel would come out for last one. So it's an interesting one, mate. Maybe. I would suggest not, because he's a quick centre-half. Obviously, when you've got Pascal and Biol, who aren't the quickest, but then again, James Justin's quick in it. So maybe, David, it's going to be interesting to see. I believe Bogle will get pushed further forward, in my opinion, and then we'll see as sort of have the back 5 plus Bogle. So it'll be like 6. Gruev in there, it'll be like 7 defenders. You'll have your Stack, your Aronson, and your Calvert-Lewin. All depends on how training sessions Goodmanson's has had. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Goodmanson offers you so much going forward. He isn't great at the back, top banana. So maybe if he's not quite at it, they'll just say, right, you sit this one out, and we'll put James Justin at left back, potentially. Sorry, but we're not beating City. Yeah, it's the easiest thing it will to say we're not going to beat City. I can come on here and say, look at it, we are beating City. Of course I could. It's so easy to say that, isn't it? Because, the law of averages tell you we ain't going to. The law of averages tell you I'm never going to go on a diet again because I enjoy my grub too much. But guess what? I probably am at some point. I probably am going to lose a pound or 2 at some point. But yeah, you just got to have faith. And like I said, I don't think we'll beat them. I don't. I think we'll give him a game. I think there'll be goals. I think we'll get a couple too. I think we can get a draw. The best I think we can do is a draw. I don't think we can beat them unless they're well off it. But you never say never. But yeah, it's easy to come on and say we ain't going to win. And then I told you we won't win. Of course. Where's fun in that? Graham Stoner, I really think we will win. Just got a feeling we're better when we just attack with no low block. Attack. I agree, mate. Fully agree, pal. Sarah Mitchell, how you doing? Sarah? Hi, Matty, mate. I'm just taking today again, as I'll take anything. We all thought we'd lose against Villa, Chelsea, Liverpool, etc. in the boys' week just yet. And I know you're a super positive fan, Sarah. I love that about you. Super positive fan. And I'm very much like that. I'll take anything. And if it ends up being a defeat, hopefully it's just a narrow one and one that can, build a bit more confidence off. Because you saw we lost 3-2 away at City, as I said earlier. Everybody knows it. And we took so much from that loss. So hopefully, if the worst happens and it's a loss and we don't get knocked from the game, hopefully we can take, a decent performance into Tuesday. Because it's a quick turnaround. Really quick turnaround on Tuesday. Saw Just Joe back on YouTube yesterday. Get in there. I didn't see you back on YouTube. I saw that he'd done a Sky Sports interview and put it on his socials, but maybe he did it on YouTube as well. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look. But yeah, he's doing well, mate. He is. He's doing really well. Feeling a bit nervous, not expecting a win, but happy with a draw. But my Leeds heart is cheering for the win we all want. Yes, I'm right there with you. Right there with you. Just how good can Man City possibly be? We ask ourselves. I know, exactly. A lot of love in here for Not Another Leeds pod. How you doing? For us to get something from the game, we need the fans behind the team from start to finish. Yeah, Andy, that's 100% going to happen. 100%. R5. Everyone will have had a beer or two. R5 on a Saturday. Decent time in it, really, for a good game. Smash a like, people. Cheers, Soul. Yeah, smash a like. 57 likes, 122 people watching. Please smash us a like, you lovely, lovely folk. Right, let's have a quick. Not that it matters because it's City, but let's have a quick look. Because when I get it and it's sat there waiting in the wings, let's have a little look. Just to depress yourself even more. So, the away form hasn't... It's been good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, look where they are in the away table. The fourth. It's been pretty good. But when you actually look at it, the away games, 13 played, only 6 wins only. What I'd give for 6 wins there. 7 games where they haven't won. 3 draws, 4 losses. Conceded 16 goals in the 13. So they're conceding more than a goal a game, which is, I think we score more than a goal in this game. I think we get 2. 7 games there out of the 13 where they've come away not winning the game. You know, the last 5, they've only won 2. So, yeah, they're a great side at home. They don't lose. 1 loss at home, 11 wins in 14. That's where they are, you know. And the away form of a lot of teams this season hasn't been great. The fact that they're 4th in the away form table and they've won 6, they've won less than half of their away games, which is still a great record away from home, don't get me wrong. But it goes to show that, you know, especially away from home, they can be got at. They concede goals. Yeah, they score them. They do. Almost 2 goals a game. But they're conceding over a goal a game. And like I say, when you look at the recent run, they have only lost that 1 game in 15. And that was to Scum. Decent run there. Then they had a really, really bad patch of form there in January after Christmas. They sort of got the shit back together again since losing to Scum. Beat Wolves 2-0. Drew against Tottenham. And then beat Liverpool, Fulham and Newcastle. And obviously got Leeds next. So yeah, away from home, a draw and a win in the last 2, but away at Liverpool and Spurs, 4 points. Ain't bad, is it? Ain't bad. So yeah, they can be got at home. Obviously, the players to look out for. Goes without saying. Look at that. Erling Haaland, 22 goals, 7 assists, 29 G&A this season. Semenyo signed from Bournemouth in January. He's come in and hit the ground running, really. Just exactly like we all probably thought he would. He's had a great start to his City career. He's going to be a handful. Ryan Cherky, really good player. Phil Foden, you know, Nico O'Reilly got 2 goals at the weekend. Great player. Mark Gahey, Diaz, threat from corners, decent in the air in both boxes. Going to be hard to break down. They've got players all over the picture who are, you know, unreal players. So it's going to be tough for us. But if we're in our best level and they're slightly under, I firmly believe we can do something. I really do. Hard work beats talent when talent isn't working hard. Exactly, mate. Nice little saying that, innit? I think so too, Patrick. I can see it. Have you got tickets for City? No, I'm not going to City game. It's my daughter's. It was my daughter's birthday 2 weeks ago, but I have her every 2 weeks. But we didn't see it on her birthday because she was doing something with my mum. So I'm not going to the City game because I've got my daughter this weekend. But I am going to be doing a watch along. But it's probably going to be a bit of a mad one because kids are going to be floating about. So it's going to be a bit of a mad one. So, yeah, we're going to go with a watch along for that. But I am going to the Sunderland game and I have got tickets for me and Theo for Norwich as well. So, yeah. So, I'm not doing the Saturday, Tuesday, but I'm doing the Tuesday, Sunday. So, watch along and instant match reaction on Saturday and then match day vlog Tuesday. Hey, all, classmate. This is my favourite LBGT channel. Cheers, Phil McCracken, mate. I'm at the Sunderland game in Upper East End. Me too, Jamie. Oh, no, in fact, no, I'm in Cop. I might change tickets with a mate, though, but yeah. I'll be in the Peacock, mate, beforehand. Evening, Matty, mate. Quizmaster here, just dropping for a quick hello. That's Mike who won the quiz last night. There he is. All hail, Mike, the quiz winner. It was a team effort. I ain't giving anyone, you know, notoriety. It was a free way. Well, Dave got 50 as well. I call him Drago. I do. I mean, to be fair, I sometimes call Haaland Drago as well, but yeah. BL does remind me of Ivan Drago. Yeah, get in there. I thought it would have been a bit weird there, but yeah, he does, doesn't he? He's just, if he dies, he dies. He's just solid, isn't he? Like sort of that expression as well, just yeah. Don't mess with him, beating the onion. 100% 5-3-2. Aronson free roll behind DCL. Justin right wing back. Bogle right wing. Second half DCL Metcha 3-4-3. Exactly. That's what I'd have put down if I were gonna. If I didn't have time today to sort of make a team to show you on screen. That's pretty much where I was going with Andy, as you know. Yeah, that's what I think he'll do. Which, if we stay in the game, mate, and he goes, I can't argue. I mean, at Villa, bringing Metcha on towards end. We'll see what AG says tomorrow. He wasn't happy with that sub. We almost went 2 up, didn't we, with his header? So I always think if he can stay in game, as much as I want Metcha and DCL to start up top, I ain't bothered if playing Chuffing Real Madrid or Accrington and Stanley. I want to see them 2 boys start a game up top. It ain't happening. If we're in the game, he's a great sub to bring on. Go direct, he's going to get chances. You can beat an egg, but you can't beat an onion. I love that, mate. I love that. Matty needs to get Mike on Late Night Leeds for the quiz. To be fair, I'm going to have a word with him, Matty. I have to have a word with him. But yeah, I knew he'd say that. I haven't got the bottle for it. Nigel Krask. How you doing, Nigel? Love this channel. Leeds fans are some of the best with Newcastle. Be kind to us in the FA Cup. No 4-0 thrashing, please, Mr. Farker. Cheers, Nigel. Thanks a lot, mate. Thanks for crashing him. I really, really appreciate that. And yeah, obviously, I'm hoping we get past you with these. A 4-0 would be nice from us, but yeah, all the best for the rest of the season, Nigel at Norwich. The Farker derby. It's a great tie for us. Probably not so good for you guys, but yeah, you never know. The beauty of the FA Cup is those ties, the nice juicy ones, the David and Goliath sort of feel. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, as a Leeds fan, I'm happy to have Norwich at home with a chance of getting to quarter final. We've been beaten by bloody Towie and all sorts in past, so we'll take it. Hey, Matty, footage from the quiz. Well, quality footage from the quiz. Well done, mate. You all smashed it. Cheers, Saul. Really appreciate it. Anyone who hasn't watched it, behind the scenes of the quiz, the Leeds members quiz versus the Leeds legends, go check it. Go check it out if you aren't already after this. The vlog is on my videos. 0-3. Let's be realistic, lads, for fuck's sake. Each to your own. Each to your own. I think we score, and I think we can get a draw. Could it be 3? It's probably more likely it's 3-0, but I in the headspace to come on here and say we're going to get chuffed 3-0. 2-0 down at Chelsea, it was game over, wasn't it? 2-0 down at Chelsea, it was 3-4-0 incoming, wasn't it? Guess what it won? Because I've got a lot of fight for it. If it's 3-0, it's 3-0. I ain't going to lose no sleep over it. But I'm certainly not going to think it's 3 or 4-0 before, for 48 hours leading into the game. No chance. Let's have a chance. Let's give ourselves a chance. Farker's got to give his best chance by putting right side out there for starters. Yeah. If you see the size of me, Matty, you'll get straight on a diet. Oh, it'll come at some point. Matty, best way to lose weight. A bit of hanky-panky morning and on a night for a month. 2 stone down, I'm telling you it works. Fucking hell. Elizabeth, put my phone. Let's get behind the lads on Saturday. You never know. That's where I'm at. No one thought Wolves would draw against Arsenal, but they did. We have a chance. Yeah, Kershaw, you've got a puncher's chance. You've got a puncher's chance. Get all our sort of non-negotiables right. The lineup and the effort. The fans are going to bring it. Honestly, I just can't. And I know we can't physically kick the ball in the net and keep the ball out of our net, but evening kickoffs at Elland Road, it is special. Honestly, I know it's them, and I shouldn't be shocked if it's 3 or 4-0 to City. It could happen, but honestly, if we lose 3 or 4-0 and it's a poor, I'll be shocked with this one. I'll be shocked, and I know it shouldn't matter what time of day you put, where you're playing, what time it is at all, but there's just something in the air at Elland Road at the minute, and I just don't think we go there and get battered. I really don't. I really, really don't. Haaland doesn't like playing us. He supports us. He does. He's hoping that Haaland can score a couple of cheeky young goals. 117 in the chat currently. Please smash a like. It really helps. Let's get to 100 likes before I come off. We're on 70 something, I think. 76 at the minute. But appreciate you all watching as always. Thanks so much, man. Man City are going to be hungry for this because they are chasing title. I hope we get something. Yes, Stephen. Hunger's one thing, yeah. Hunger. The desire to keep pushing Arsenal and ultimately win that title, great. But nerves as well. Nerves and fear are getting it wrong. It's a tough place to go, is Elland Road. It's a tough place. Playing at the Etihad on Saturday, different, totally different. But playing at Elland Road, it's a tough gig for them. It really is. If you're going to anyone in that bottom 7 or 8, Leeds is last place you want to go. That's how I feel with Elland Road. If you're going anywhere in that bottom half of the table away, you're not picking Leeds. They're the last pick you're going to pick. You City would pick anyone away from home over Leeds in that bottom half, especially. It's a tough place for them to go. Yeah, abundance in quality. The money, everything about City. It's David and Goliath. It is, and it's going to be that way for a fair few seasons. Unfortunately, maybe longer than a few seasons, to be fair. But yeah, you can't. I just can't rule us out. I can't rule us out of any game at the minute. I've seen too much that I like from Leeds. Matty, he's smashing this evening. Respect. Cheers, Johnny. Tickle that like button. Really appreciate it, man. Not feel too bad, says Simon, with a loss knowing the Arse may not win the league. Great stream keeper. Well, thanks, Simon. Yeah, I'm the same, I never used to mind Arsenal. Can't stand them now. Moan about everything. And the entitlement of that club. Manager Arteta. Yeah, I'm with you. Evening, Matty. Great video from last night. Thanks, Lee, as always. Massive supporter of mine, man. Yeah, think well of you, pal. Thank you. Not a hope, Matty, we will lose by at least 4 goals. The real test is Sunderland. I think that is. Yeah, Sunderland, I think we'll beat them. I think we'll beat Sunderland. I do. If we played Man City for the next 10 weekends, there's probably going to be 5 or 6 in there that are 3 and 4. I can't deny that that's the scoreline that we would get on the regular if we played them every weekend. 10 games in a row against City, we probably lose 7 or 8 of them, don't we? And they are 2, 3, 4s and 5s. Not this one for me. All hail the mighty onion. I always think if there's someone who's new watching this channel, like they just think, what's going on with the onion? If anyone that hasn't watched me behind the scenes last night, but you watched Late Night Leeds, I got Tony DeRigo to actually speak about his, about his tour, to introduce the Tony DeRigo's tours. I couldn't believe it. I was buzzing with that. Showing Tony DeRigo's tours clip that if you know, you know, and if you don't, sorry, to Tony DeRigo, that was mad. Even madder was showing the clip to Ben Parker while we were both at the urinal. That was even funnier. Hey, Matty. Hey up, Lou. How are you doing? Congratulations on the win last night. Man City will be tough. They are on a run. Let's make life hard for them. Yeah, I agree. Great night for us last night. Thank you so much, mate, on that. Very tough game, but a game I'm looking forward to. A game we should all be looking forward to as fans. We want to see the best players come on the road. We want to see our side test itself against the best. These are the games that you don't expect much in, but hope you can. And I'm there with that. But yeah, make it hard for them. Make it tough. The crowd's going to be raucous at that time of night. It's going to be a decent atmosphere. It really is. And if we can take them into maybe to half time at 0, who knows? An early goal for City, and it could be 3s and 4s and 5s, like some are saying in chat. Close 3-2 win under the lights. Love that psychic first name as well. We'll take that. Nah, you're welcome, Nige. No way, Matt. 1-4 defeat for us. Sunderland is a big one. 42 points is, yeah. I mean, I've been saying 40-ish. It needs to be starting with a 4, I think, to stay up this season, user. I think we get 45, though, this season. I think there's another 14 points in us. I really do. In the next 11 games. Richard Todd, best Leeds channel, 123 watching. Smash a like. Cheers, Richard. Not the best, mate, but yeah, I do. I just enjoy doing it, don't I? You know me. Thanks for that, though. Really, really appreciate it, man. He said Desmond on Saturday. Yeah, 2-2. I'm going with that, mate. Let's remember, hype the video if you want. Cheers, Top Banana. Sorry, 2-2. I'll take that. Caress that like button. Give it a caress. Love it. Andy, no to give it Saturday, but Mike calling the Peacock for a couple. I'll say hello, Matty, if you're about. I won't be about, mate, on Saturday because I haven't got a ticket, but I will be there on Tuesday, mate. We'll be on Tuesday. Nois, how are you doing? Matty, I am a long-time Leeds fan and love to see them win, but I don't fear them losing as I don't base my happiness on how they play football, so I don't have anything to lose. So I'll tell you what, that's a good way of living. Great way of living. I respect that, mate. It does bother me when we lose, depending on how we lose. A loss doesn't define my weekend like it used to. And I think having the support of being on channel and being able to talk about it now, like when we used to lose before, I'd be speaking to missus and I'd just be horrible to be around for 24, 48 hours. But now I can come on here, you know, of a night of a game or instantly after a game. And even if I'm fuming at the moment, it's like therapy. You get it all out. We have a chat back and forth. And sometimes there's a few people in there who back me point up and that makes me feel good. Sometimes there's a few people who bash me down and say, come on, Matt, you get your head on it. We're talking shit for. And then make me see another sort of side to it. So I think that helps. But I am just totally obsessed with Leeds. And if it's a bad performance and we lose like Burnley this season, at Forest this season, I find that really difficult to stomach when the lads don't turn up. But there's been a lot of games this season, you know, when it hasn't gone our way, even Villa away when it was a draw. I don't feel too bad about it because the lads have left everything on the pitch. And sometimes if you just give it your all and you're not quite good enough, who am I to be pissed off at them? Who am I? Because I couldn't do what they do. You know, look at me. But it's great if you can watch it, enjoy it, love it, be passionate about it, and it not affect you in a negative way when the negative results come. Then you've cracked it. If you could bottle that up and sell it, there'd be a lot of Leeds fans wanting a sip of that, mate, because it does kill a lot of Leeds fans when things don't go right way. Just as Top Banana would say, the game against Man City is a free hit to Johnny. Did you lot only enter the quiz at Elland Road to take all the prizes home? You were all brilliant and a great Dorigo Toes videos for Friday night show. Fantastic team, you lot. Cheers, Richard. Honestly, memberships are in the description below if anyone ever wanted to be a member. And then, you know, my number's on there. When you become a member, you can see my number. You can WhatsApp me and I'll add you to a WhatsApp group. Got a great group. I think I've got 30 members now, which is crazy, which is mint. On the WhatsApp group, there's about 16 or 17 of the members in there. Just a great group of lads. Really helpful getting me through a dark time when I've been struggling, you know, not being able to drive and stuff at the minute. A couple of lads in there have been lifesavers, man, just absolute legends. And to go to a quiz with them last night. And yeah, we've got other stuff lined up, you know, try to get a members five-a-side match sorted in coming in maybe when weather gets a bit warmer. Just a great group. You know me, man, I am who I am. And yeah, just if you're a good person, and we'll all give each other time of day. That's how I sort of see it. And the more Leeds events I can get to and do with good people, I'll do. So, yeah, we're a class last night. Walking out of Elland Road with a TV, a speaker, a shirt, a frame, and a soundbar. It literally looked like we were robbing place. Walking out East Stand entrance. Crazy. Whoever thought you'd walk out of Elland Road with a plasma TV? Yeah, it was mad. But yeah, class. So it's just so glad that the club put events on like that for us. Best Leeds channel by far. Well done last night. Who got the telly? Thanks for that, mate. Yeah, thank you, mate. So Priestley. So Mike didn't need a TV. Priestley came close second. And to be fair, without Priestley, you know, I mean, I know a lot of answers myself. I got some Priestley didn't get, but if I'd have been sat on my own, I maybe would have answered 4 or 5. You know, more wrong answers if I weren't next to Priestley. So Priestley were the reason I would admit me and Mike were higher than we would have been. We'd have been in with a shout, but there were a few that I wouldn't have got. Great questions as well. Great questions. But what I want to say now, let cat out of the bag a little bit. It's not nailed on because we spoke about it about a month or two ago and we haven't spoke about it since. But after last night, it's got me juicy flowing a bit. So as you know, on Late Night Leeds, we do a quiz. The Onion's back tomorrow with a quiz. Can we defeat the ladder this week? It's great crack, great banter. But AG phoned me a couple of months ago and said there's an app that, because what we wanted to do is we wanted to do like a quiz once a month, just a Leeds United quiz, no preview, no review like on Late Night Leeds. It's an hour and a half of just pure bonkers and fun in it. You know, I love Late Night Leeds. Wanted to do just be a single show a month where it's a quiz, a big Leeds quiz. And I thought, yeah, well that's fine, but you know, how are you going to make it a proper quiz where everyone can join in? And I didn't realise this app, but I played it last night, the app that Adam run about. So literally you have it on a device, it's an app, and you answer the questions on there. And it's not okay, so yeah, but you can cheat, you can Google it, you can, but it comes down to the fastest finger too. So like last night, I was answering questions in less than, it had to be instant. You see it, click it and okay, second or two, because if you're Googling it, I mean, you couldn't do it last night, but say you were Googling it, it gives you 20 seconds. You could get every question right, but if it's taking you 15 seconds to answer a question, you ain't going to win, no. Even if someone's got, you know, a couple wrong, but answer them quicker, more bonus points for speed. But this is an app you can have on your phone. So we really like the idea of me and Adam of doing a quiz. It's going to take a while, so I might even wait till summer to get it sorted. But, you know, gives us something to focus on when there's no football. But we have it where you'd watch it on a secondary device, me waffling on and telling you questions. And as I ask you a question, it kicks it onto your phone and just gives you that question. You answer it, you go, it comes down, it gives you a leaderboard after each question to show you where you are. It's a right idea. And I was a bit like, I'm not too sure. How do you get that out to a few hundred people? And I used that exact app last night at Elland Road, and it's a fantastic bit of kit. So that's something me and AG have spoke about at length, and we may potentially look at bringing in. I would love that. I would love just to have a hardcore quiz once a month on channel where everyone knows what they're getting. Got the onion maybe involved again, as we do, and it's just class. It's like we're starting to get the channel starting to get known now for little bits, like the quiz. Late Night Leeds is heavily focused, obviously, on it's pretty much on the end of everyone's tongue when they talk about me and this channel. I love how you've got other channels, haven't you, that have different people come on, and I love how this channel is pretty much just us. And you've got the Onion now, Priestley, who everyone knows, and it's we haven't brought him. He's just my best mate. And we've got Adam and Bosnas, and we just I love it how it's his own little thing, and we don't have to draft people in from other places. And yeah, I love it. So that's an idea, but whether it comes out off or not, we're not too sure. But yeah, that's an idea. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but Best Leeds channel always positive. Thanks, Greg. I'm only positive when it's positive. I'm just realist. If I'm annoyed, I'll say I'm annoyed. It's hard to be annoyed though, Greg, and I don't want to be annoyed for the sake of it. Farker annoys me sometimes. Our lass annoys me sometimes. I love her, and I love Farker because look where he's got us. It is what it is. I try and be a positive. I try and see it from both sides, but I can't be negative right now, mate. My club are on the cusp of a quarter-final in FA Cup, and we're 6 points clear of relegation, and I think we'll smash 40 points and be nowhere near. And at that point, what more can Farker do? I'm buzzing, Greg. I'm absolutely buzzing where we are. All I think about is Leeds United. It just consumes me. So when it's like this, I'm going to ride that crest of a wave for as long as I fucking can, Greg. I really am. You used to watch Tony DeRigo from Lowfields, class, that's all. Matty will soon be on 6K, amazing. Yeah, I mean, subs have stalled a little bit. It's been a bit quieter in terms of the... But I am bothered. I'm loving it. The channel's grown loads and loads in the last 6 months or so. I can't even tell you how chuffed I am just with the comments and the feedback I get. It's class. I absolutely love you all the bits. I really do. It's a great community on here. Not much toxicity at all, really. And so I really appreciate anybody who gives me time of day. Because like I always say, and this isn't just me fishing for compliments, most of the people in chat, you probably know, can speak about football better than me. I'm just, a bit of an idiot, likes to come on here and have a go. So I just give it a crack, me. And hopefully you like it, which you do. So cracking. Stephen Mercer. The Leeds result sets my mood for the weekend. I watch every game and the lads are doing themselves. Exactly. Friday night loss in the worst out of Stephen. But yeah, I'm not as bad now because I've got this therapeutic session I can have with you guys. But it really comes down to performance. I can stomach a defeat. I can if it's done in the right way. I could stomach the late equaliser by Abraham, even though it would have kicked at bollocks. I hated it. I could stomach it because it were like, wow, look what we've done there. How can you be anything but proud? If you still feel pride, regardless of result, I take that every day of week. And hopefully the fact that they've shown enough will give us enough points come end of the season. But you've got no control over the result. You've just got the only thing you can control is how you deal with it and how you move on from it as a fan. Yeah, and at times I can be down and I can be pissed off and I can come on here and say I'm not happy, get rid. And if we went and lost next 5 in a row, I'm probably saying get rid of him because I'm just one of those fans who acts on emotion. I'm a very emotional fan, very emotional. But at the minute, I'm just dead proud of him. I always say, last time we got relegated, last time we were in a relegation dogfight, we went down and we had a bunch of players that didn't give a toss about this club. Did not give a toss about this club. We ain't got that now. And I love that. And as a Leeds fan, from where we've been, all the shit we've seen, all we demand is a set of players that give a shit. And they give a shit. And they've got quality on top of that, which is a recipe for success. But all the other they were top banana. Honestly, that table 13, they were awful. They were awful. Could hear them bitching about table 22. I don't know what I'm going to say. Like, we just knew our stuff. Don't know, but yeah, they weren't happy. They weren't happy. An hour and a half of pure insanity. It is, Johnny. It is. Sometimes 2 hours if you're lucky. Sometimes it's 2 hours. Depends how lucky you are. A quiz is a brilliant idea, mate. Yeah, top banana. I really like the channel, and I don't try and be different. I just am different. I don't think there's anyone wild like me in the world. I just am different, and I like. I love doing previews, reviews. That's what it's all about. And I understand, right? Because, me, I'm transparent. I understand on YouTube, reactionary stuff of what it's all about. I uploaded that vlog from yesterday. I knew it wasn't going to do massive numbers. Not bothered. But I knew the content were good and anyone that wanted to watch it would enjoy it. But reactionary stuff, it's all about, coming on and kicking off, or even if it's just that, you're happy because you've won, it's all about the result. Any sort of content outside that doesn't really do that well. The quiz is something I am surprised has worked, if I'm honest. I didn't think on Late Night Leeds, I didn't know how much a quiz would work. And we first started doing it, you'd see numbers beyond, I don't know, say 100, it drop down a bit. And then the consistency, just say, no, we sort of trust that this is the right way to go forward. We've even had it before with me and Adam, do we need to put a timer on it? Does it need to only be a 10, 15-minute quiz because it's 25 minutes, half an hour sometimes? Is that too long? Are we spending too long on questions? We are, but guess what? It's a few minutes having a laugh, talking about Leeds, trying to get a question right, and ultimately probably failing at the last hurdle. And I think that calamity, that, just there's no structure about it. It's quite, I've got a few notes of a way I want the sort of what comes next on bullet points and how we sort of run the show, but it's just unfiltered madness. And when we get it wrong, it probably makes the show better. So I'm dead proud that we stuck with quiz after me and Adam thinking, do we? And then, like I say, we have got thoughts going forward of actually just having a one-off quiz every month. Maybe you sorting a prize out. Maybe, you know me, I'm not made of money. Maybe it's Imagine Not Being Leeds t-shirt. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a free membership for a month. Maybe it's something more. See how the channel goes. But I think it will be class to be able to do be known for that as well. There's a Imagine Not Being Leeds quiz on first Friday or first Saturday of every month. Bang. I think it'd be class. So we'll see. But the actual format for it, the app is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. To use the bit of kit Adam on about last night, and I was like, yeah, great idea, Adam. But he's a smart boy, isn't he? Pure insanity is absolute finest. Quiz is a great idea. Do it, yeah. Like I say, a little bit of planning to sort out and stuff. But I know it. I was in a room yesterday with 416 people doing it. Yes, we're all in one room, but that it was 416 different devices. I tell you, we were good at quizzing as well, because you might not notice anyone's seen vlog. It showed, I showed leaderboard. SD was Stuart Dallas. Stuart Dallas was decent. It were good though when there were questions on the legends. I can't remember for love nor money what it was, but there were a legend section, and obviously there were questions like about every legend that were there. Ben Parker question, a Simon Grayson question, and I think it was Don Matteo question, and he got it wrong. He actually got his own question wrong. They were like, who did he make his debut against? I think they got them ones right, but there were those sort of questions where they know it and we won't. But yeah, Stuart Dallas, great quizzer. Patrick, I've been a Leeds supporter since '89. My heart's been broken too many times to remember. Hopefully we stay up. Yeah, it won't be broken this year, Patrick. Mark my words, mate. It won't. Evening, Dean. Up be good, my mate. The quiz sounds awesome. Yeah, it's in the pipeline. And I know you'll all back it, and I know you'll all come along and give it a crack as well if we do go ahead with it. You lads looked like you'd walked out of an electrical show last night. Yeah, Stephen. Yeah, really on Black Friday. Yeah, we're class. I hope you all enjoyed it. The Onion may make a guest appearance. You know, if there's a quiz, the Onion's doing it. I think what I need to do at some point, I need to be the quiz master one week so you can watch the Onion in his glory, actually answering questions. They won't get a look in, boss. That's an AG. We can hurt City with our set pieces. Sebastian, I agree. Stack on free kicks, be all in. We've had games where there's been no stack, and even when Biol came out, the threat is lacking. We're lacking in that area. Get them on the pitch, and you've got someone who beats that first man every time pretty much. And we've had some poor delivery of set pieces over years. Stack gets that ball in between the penalty area, penalty spot and the goalkeeper. The keeper doesn't know whether it'll come or go. Usually it stays. It's a great ball, and Biol's usually first contact on that. We've got some great headers of the ball. Strout's decent at getting up there. Bit of a 50 pence head at times, but I fully agree with that, Sebastian. I genuinely do. I know they've got some good defenders, Diaz and Matt Gahey, but I genuinely think you could be right with that. I wouldn't bet against Biol maybe getting a goal in this one. Leeds are on the cusp, they are, mate. When is the next Bridging the Gap live? And I can't wait to get back to Elland Road on Saturday and getting the Peacock before the game. Yes, West Yorkshire Auditor. So we were working away last week, so he couldn't do it, but we are playing Sunderland on Tuesday night. So I'm very mindful I need to get Wayne on before we play him on Tuesday for a preview anyway. So whether it'll be Bridging the Gap or what, it may even just have to be a pre-record because Tuesday night we're playing and we would normally do it unless we can squeeze something on Monday night. I will see. But there'll definitely be some content with Wayne between now and Tuesday. Whether it's a Bridging the Gap, I don't know. Like I say, schedules don't always align with that. And I'm fuming because I wanted him on last week because they've lost 3 on the bounce and they've got us to come. So I wanted him on. But yeah, it just hasn't worked out. You can't control the uncontrollables. You can't, Johnny. You can't. How you doing, Christopher? I'm from North East England. We've got family in Morley. We Toon fans, but we have a soft spot for the Whites. Love that, mate. Love that. To be fair, I used to have a bit of a soft spot for the Toon as well. My dad, my real dad, Kevin, he didn't bring me up. He left when I was about 6. But yeah, my real dad, Kevin's from the Toon. I've got my auntie Heather up there, my uncle Stephen. So I don't see him that much. I see, obviously, my dad's in my life, but I don't go up there that much. But yeah, I was the first 6 years of my life, I went up and down here once to Newcastle. And my daughter does live in Durham. Our lass is going to pick her up tomorrow at dinner time to bring her back for our birthday celebrations. So looking forward to that. Where are we off tomorrow? We're off somewhere in York tomorrow. No, Saturday. Has anyone ever been to, where are we going? The Webb Adventure Park. We're going there on Saturday for the birthday. The Webb Adventure Park. Matty is just naturally different and a very likeable fella. This channel deserves an even bigger follow. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I can't believe I've got 5,800 of you that watch, so I'm mad up, me, mate. You know me, but thanks for that, man. Thanks. I have been here since day when you have Richard. Literally, you must have been one of my first 10 subscribers. I will be here while you are there. Great channel, mate. Think I can call you a mate. Now, 100%, Richard. I'd love to meet you one day, mate. You've literally have been there since day dot. And I genuinely think I'll do this channel until I literally aren't breathing no more. It sounds mad, that because hopefully I'm. Can you imagine me being like 80? Oh, Leeds have won 1 in 10. Leeds have won the Champions League for the 10th time. You imagine, but yeah, I don't know why I'd ever stop doing it. To be honest, I really don't. Till death do us part. Imagine not being Leeds fans. Till death do us part. Late Night Leeds is going to be a bigger hit than you realise, Matt. I can't wait for Tony Dorigo's tours. Class, mate. Late Night Leeds is all. Thanks so much. Honestly, I can't tell you how much I love our Late Night Leeds. I'm so protective of it. I love it. I love it. AG and Boss Nass. I'm always worried as well, right? Because AG's a funny one. He's like, I love you to bits. I love you. How many times I say I love you? Like, if you make me happy, if you make me feel good, I'll always express that. I'll always show you like how grateful I am. I'm a very lovey, cuddly person. You know, I see you, I cuddle you, kiss on cheek. I just always have been. Adam, I don't know how to read Adam. He's having a good time and he doesn't show it. And I'm like, sometimes I'll text him like, you all right? Yeah, you've been quiet. I haven't spoken to you in about 2 minutes. And he's like, I'm fine, Matt. Yeah, what's up? You're still loving like Leeds. You're still loving it, aren't you? Like, it's not too much work for you doing these. No, I love it. Well, why? It don't sound like you love it. No, Matt, I love it. Don't worry, I love it. And I'm like, thank God, because obviously you never know with other people, do you? Like, I love Late Night Leeds. We've had it before where Sean Carney, Wilco Whites wanted to step away, and we drafted Boss Nass in. And I love Sean Wilco Whites. I love him. He's one of my most favourite people in the world. And I think the channel's got improved as well with bringing Boss Nass in. I think it's improved the quiz and all that. And the quiz was a massive part of Boss Nass's idea as well. But yeah, I absolutely love Late Night Leeds. And if I wasn't on it, it's one of the shows I would want to watch. And I sometimes think I wish I weren't on it so I could watch it. But yeah, obviously it's weird talking so highly about something I do. But outside Late Night Leeds, I think the rest of it's just like, now I'm just having a chat with mates. It's not great, is it? But in terms of content, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, it's not amazing. Late Night Leeds, I do really, really rate. I really do rate it. So thank you that you all do too. It means the world. I don't think that Matt is too concerned about the number of his followers, just the quality, because sometimes less is more. Yeah, it is, Johnny. It is. It really is. I don't want to get to a point where I've got 105 people in now. I don't want to get to a point where I've got 105 people in a chat with 500 and 105 of them are, creating havoc. There aren't many times any moderators are taking anyone out, which is good. I fancy Bogle and DCL to both get one. Whether we can keep them out, we'll see. Yeah, I don't think we keep them out now. I don't. But Bogle and DCL are flying out there, so yeah, I quite fancy that too, mate. I really miss bridging the gap this week. Think Wayne chickened out. To be fair, I seen him do a short for some at Sunderland base. Oh, he was talking about season ticket renewal, and he was in a hotel room. He was, and his Wi-Fi isn't great. So yeah, he was definitely away. Sheffield, I think. But yeah, he'll be on soon. He'll be on soon. Good channel, Bonnie lad. Thanks, Christopher, man. Really appreciate it. Kelvin, 55 years, supported Leeds, ups and downs, great show. Not available back in the day. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, mate. Thanks so much. I think we are quite spoiled as Leeds fans in this space. So I speak to Wayne from Sunderland, and they ain't got loads of channels. You look at Leeds, it's so many channels. But I firmly believe that you watch who you like. I know it sounds daft, but whether you think they're brilliant at analysing the game of football or whether you just like that person. So that's why it means so much to me that anyone gives me time of day, because I was saying, when I don't watch as much content now, I only watch one or two. Depends if I'm doing something at work when I'm stationary and I can put something on. But yeah, it's very much you're investing in the person, aren't you? And if you feel a connection with them, so I understand that because I've been there. So I massively appreciate everyone watching. Would like to bet it's Dorigo's toes this week. Yeah, it's definitely Dorigo's toes. I'll let the cat out of the bag. It's definitely Tony Dorigo's toes this week. I need to get Matt Heath, don't I now? I need to find Matt Heath. Where are you, Matt? Where are you? As an Arsenal fan, I hope you lot beat Man City on Saturday. Yeah, I can imagine, Jay. There'll be so many Arsenal fans tuning in. You're all the Mighty Whites for the day on Saturday night, aren't you? Evening, top man. Thanks for last night. Great evening. Nige, thanks so much for Nige. If it wasn't for Nige, the night wouldn't have been nowhere near as good. We were scattered over 3 tables because we booked on separate bookings, and Nige went, and Nige, he don't give a shit, do you, Nige? I want it this way. I'm going to have a word. So he went and spoke to organisers and said, we've got, 5 of us scattered about. Can we have another table? There's 2, a few spare tables there. Next thing, we've got his own table. Number 22, which I don't think what a number at that point. And he's got us all together. And Nige, if it wasn't for you, mate, the night wouldn't have been nowhere near as good. So you played your part. You were a fantastic bloke. Think the world of you, mate. And hopefully we get to do it again, my mate. Norris, I love your honesty, Matty. You seem like a genuine, nice bloke. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Norris, man. Thanks so much. I hope I'm not getting your name wrong there. Norris. I'm really bad with pronunciations. That's something I get a bit nervous with when I see a name I aren't too sure how to say it. So I don't ever offend anybody. I'm not the best reader. I do my best. No one messes with Nige. No, they don't. Anyways, guys, caught up with the chat. Probably going to leave it there. My score prediction is going to be a Desmond, a 2-2. And a 2-2 against City will feel like a win. It really will. Especially if we come back like we did against Chelsea from 2-0 down. But we'll see how we go. These are the sort of games that don't define the season. Sunderland, on the other hand, midweek, that's a massive, massive game. And I think 3 points out of these 2 is a big win for Leeds United. 4, you'll just feel unreal. I mean, what are we? 9 points off safety, 8 points off safety. Different permutations. Some people think more, some people think less. But I think we get at least 3 points closer by end of Tuesday night. But again, got to get City our way first when we'll speak about Sunderland then. 2 big Nigers at church last night. Yeah, I feel that show is winding down now. Yeah, it is, Johnny. Don't be sad. Late night Leeds tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. Late night Leeds. Make sure you're back for that. The Onion will be in, and we'll all be in fine form for a quiz tomorrow. We'll be chatting about the obviously game coming up. We'll get the boys' thoughts in that game. We'll have to touch on Villa as well. I really want to get AJ and Bostas' thoughts on Villa. Speak about the City game. We'll also speak about the Sunderland game as well, because obviously we won't be back till Friday after the Sunderland game. So got a review, 2 previews, a quiz, Tony Dorigo's toes, starred chats, massive show tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Make sure you're on it. Tune to finish. I'll bang you a tune on. Gary Speed was a good for you. I tell you what, we'll put Gary Speed on the players out there. Let me just check I've got it loaded up. White and gold, Gary Speed. Because someone's mentioned Speed. Gary Speed, my song for Gary Speed is Going On. Sod it. Love Gary Speed too. Gary Speed was a good for yourself and us too. Very sad for the fella. It is Christopher. Stick around. I wrote a song for Gary Speed about 8 or 9 months ago. And I'm going to play that out to you all on the way out. All good things must come to end. They must, Johnny. But 10 o'clock tomorrow, 24 hours time, you'll see me ugly mug again. And you, Mike, Dave, Onion top guys. Cheers, Nige. 2-1 Leeds, latest match. Cheers, Andy. Thanks for another fabulous chat. Thanks so much for being here, Top Banana. Never let me down. Never fail me, man. You're always here. Thanks, Johnny. Tickle those likes on your way out. Yes, please do. Right then. Don't miss Tony Dorigo's toes. No, do not. Right then. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. Massively appreciated. And here is White and Gold. That is on Spotify and iTunes, if anyone cares. Imagine Not Being Leeds. Type that in any musical search engines, and White and Gold will come up. There's about 7 tracks on there, I think there is. But this is White and Gold, the ballad of Gary Speed. Good night, everyone. Thanks so much for your support. Love you to bits. Take care. Bye-bye.
Gives Gary Speed a run. Away goes Speed. He's got a start on them all this time. Go on, Gary Speed. Get one yourself, son. And what a great goal.
He wore the white with pride and grace. Yorkshire lion in his place. From Elland Road to distant fields, a heart of steel, a soul that heals. He rose with youth, he led with might. Number 11 burning bright. The crowd would cheer, the cup would sing, for Speedo's magic on the wing. Oh, carry speed, you live on still, in every chant, on every hill. From Leeds to Wales, your story's told, a hero draped in white and gold. Oh, Speedo, we remember you, forever proud, forever true. We touched the sky, champion's dream, we watched it fly. With Batty striking and McAllister too, but Gary, we always look to you. You gave us hope, you gave us fight, you lit our darkest days with light. A gentleman, a warrior bold, your legacy will never grow old. Oh, Gary Speed, you live on still, in every chant, on every hill. From Leeds to Wales, your story's told, a hero draped in white and gold. Oh, Speedo, we remember you, forever proud, forever true. Fade, your name in stone will still be laid. At Elland Road, your spirit walks in every match, in every talk. Oh, Gary Speed, you live on still, in every chant, on every hill. From Leeds to Wales, your story's told, a hero draped in white and gold. Oh, true.